Slide number 8 says circle all of the letters that are line symmetric. If the letter is line symmetric, draw one of its lines of. So this is very similar to slide number 7, where we had to look at the symmetry for the shapes, except this time we're looking at letters, seeing if we can find lines of symmetry letters. So let's start with the first one they give us, letter F. Who can tell me, does the letter F have any lines of symmetry or no lines of symmetry? Is there any line I could draw over the letter F where it would have congruent sides, the same size and the same shape? Bailey, what do you think? Would I find symmetry, yes or no? Bailey with the B. No. The letter F, there's no way I can draw a line where I will have two congruent sides. I can't draw a line vertically. I can't draw a line horizontally. I can't even draw one diagonally. It will give me two. Letter F, no lines of. What about the letter A? Does the letter A have any lines that I could draw where I would have two congruent sides? Size and Christopher. What do you say, Christopher? Yes or no? So there's no place on the letter A that I could find a line of symmetry? I think there might be one. Who can tell me where's the one line of symmetry I could draw on a letter A, get two congruent sides? Jada? Where could I draw a line, Jada, where I would get two congruent sides? Chase, Noah, Messiah, make sure we turn our cameras on. In the middle of A. So if I draw a line starting from the top of the A, going down to the bottom, I would have two congruent sides, two equal sides, size and the same shape. So the letter A does have a line of. What about the letter N? Who can tell me on the letter N? Are there any lines that I could draw where I would have two congruent size and the same shape? Bella? So I can. Any place I try to draw a line on the letter N, I wouldn't get size, same shape on both sides of my letter N has no lines of symmetry. What about the letter Y? Does the letter Y have any places where I could draw a line and get two sides that are the same size and the same shape? Ezekiel? Okay. And thank you for using your hand to show me how. You're right. If I put a line here, middle, I would have two congruent sides. They'd be the same size and the same shape. So the letter Y does have a line of symmetry. What about the letter E? Does the letter E have a line of symmetry? Is there any place on the letter E where I could draw a line and I would have two sides, same size and the same shape? Kylie? If I take the line and I put it side to side. Now with the E, I do have to be a little bit careful, and I'm going to show you why. Sometimes when people write the letter E, they put the middle line actually in the middle of the letter. If it's in the middle of the letter, then I have a line of symmetry. But I'm going to show you something, okay? This one, they didn't put the line in the middle, so this one doesn't have a line of symmetry. See how the top part is actually smaller than the bottom part? So usually with the letter E, I would have a line of symmetry. I could just draw a line side to side and it would be okay. But with this kind of E, the way that they wrote it, I wouldn't have a. So usually with the E, you'd be absolutely correct. But this one, because of the way that they wrote the letter E, I can't. So with the letter E, it's have to look at it super closely because sometimes it's yes, sometimes it's no. It just depends on the E. What about the letter P? Are there any places on the letter P where I could draw a line and I would have two parts that are the same size and the same shape? Violet, what do you think? Yes or no? The letter P, there's no line that I could draw either vertically or horizontally or diagonally that would show me two equal sides. So the only ones, let me grab my scribble tool. The only ones that would be the letter A, and the letter Y. All my other letters would not, even though the E would be very, very close. What's up, Jaylene? Yeah, like I said before, you don't have to ask me. You can just go. Just let me know. Jaylene, what's up? Do you have a question? Oh, okay. Okay. This one is asking us to do the same thing, except instead of just using shapes or letters, they're giving us pictures. They want you to find the pictures that have a line of symmetry. If you can find one, you're going to draw the line of symmetry. I'll give you a few minutes. I want you to see which lines of symmetry you can find, and then we'll check to see if they do have lines of symmetry or not. You're going to check all 6 of these pictures. If there is a line of symmetry, you're going to draw it. If there isn't, leave it alone. Try to find all the lines of symmetry from these shapes. We've got 6 pictures here. We've got a hamburger, we've got a teacup, an ice cream cone, bunny, bottle of soap, and Pencil. Who can tell me, does the hamburger have any lines of symmetry? Noah, does my hamburger have lines of symmetry? Yes, it does. How many lines of symmetry does it have, Noah? It's got just one line of symmetry. If I make a line straight from the top to the bottom, hold on. Oh, it's a squiggle tool. It's not what I wanted. I wanted a line. There we go. If I draw one line from the top to the bottom of my hamburger, I have a line of symmetry. Okay, next one. My teacup. Does my teacup have any lines of symmetry or not? Kylie, does the teacup have any lines of symmetry or not? No. Very good job, Kylie. This is one of the tricky ones. It does kind of look like there's one, but if I try to draw a line like this, it's very close to having a line of symmetry, but it's got a handle on one side. The other side doesn't have the handle. So if I tried saying that's symmetrical, I would need a handle on the other side. So the cup does not have any lines of. What about my ice cream cone? Who can tell me, does my ice cream cone have any lines of symmetry? Bradley, what do you think? Ice cream cone, lines of symmetry? Yes or no? How many lines of symmetry can I find? There's just one. Again? Yep. Just like with the hamburger, if I draw a line straight down the middle, I have my line of. Both sides would be equal and even. What about the bunny? Does the bunny have any lines of symmetry? Yes or no? Alexa, does the bunny have lines of symmetry or no lines of symmetry? No lines of symmetry on my bunny. What about my soap, my dish soap? Who can tell me, does the bottle of soap have any lines of symmetry? Yes or no? Violet? How many? Okay. So where would you say the two lines of symmetry are? Okay. Where would you say the one line of symmetry? Okay, the middle going up and down or side to side? Up and down. Very good. My bottle of soap here has one line of symmetry going vertically down the middle. Okay, the last one, pencil. Does the pencil have any lines of symmetry? Yes or Jaylene? My pencil does have a line of symmetry. It's got one. Who can tell me, where is my one line of symmetry on the pencil? This was another one of those tricky ones. Christopher, where's the line of symmetry at? In the middle going up and down or where? Not up and down. I see Kaylee giving you a hint. Kaylee, where's that line of symmetry at on the pencil? It doesn't go up and down. It goes side, side. It's a horizontal line of symmetry. Remember, symmetry doesn't always have to be a line going up and down. The line can be going side to side, or it could even be going diagonally, either way. So the pencil does have a line of symmetry. It's the only one on this page that has a line of symmetry that is horizontal, that's side to side. So my hamburger, my ice cream cone, my soap, my pencil, all have lines of symmetry. On slide number 10, they're telling us that these shapes have lines of symmetry. Telling us for sure. They're asking us how many do they have? Shapes can have more than one line of symmetry. There can be more than one way to fold them so that you get two congruent sides. So for example, my triangle, I'll switch back to my lines. My triangle has a few. I can make a vertical line like that, and I would have two equal sides. But besides the vertical one, I could also make a line going diagonally, and that would give me two equal sides of my triangle. Besides that line, I have a third one, also going diagonally. That would give me two equal sides. So my triangle has 1, 2, 3 different lines of symmetry. I'm going to click on my box here and put 3. I've got 3 lines of symmetry in that triangle. The next one is my trapezoid. My trapezoid has some lines of symmetry, or really I should say it has a line symmetry. My trapezoid, unfortunately, only has one, because the top side is not as big as the bottom side. So if I try to draw a line horizontally, the bottom side will be too big for the top side. They wouldn't be congruent. So my trapezoid only has 1. Oh, sorry, I put 2. Oops, 1. What about the star? Who can tell me, do you think the star is just going to have one line of symmetry or more than one line of symmetry? What do you think, Kaylee? One or more than one? You, Kaylee, with a K. So would you say one or more than one? Oh no, I think you're frozen. Oh, okay. Kylie, can you help your sister then? Can you tell me what was her answer? Oh, okay. Well, who can tell me? Do you think the star is going to have one line of symmetry or more than one? Jaylene. More than one. Let's see how many. So it's got 1 going vertically. So for sure, it's got 1. It's okay, Bailey. Glad you turned it on. But it also has one diagonally. This. It's got another. Sorry, hold on. It has another going diagonal like that. It's got another going diagonally again. And it has another going diagonally like that. So my star has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of symmetry. 5 different lines of Slide number 11 has something similar for us. It's not the same shapes, but they do give us a couple of shapes. And they ask us, how many lines of symmetry do these shapes have? So I want you to try them out. Look at those shapes and see if you can find all the lines of symmetry they have. I'll give you some time to do that, and we'll check them together in just a little. Try to find all the lines of symmetry you can. Lines of symmetry for my first shape, hexagon. I'm going to show you how many lines of symmetry there are. See if we got it correct. Have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hexagon, found all of them, should have 6 lines of symmetry. This middle one here is kind of tricky. One in the middle has it has 1 line of symmetry. That's it. One in the middle only has 1. Last shape, our T shape, has 1 symmetry, 2 lines of symmetry, 3 lines of symmetry, 4 lines of symmetry. So there are 4 different lines of symmetry on that last